Good afternoon and thank you for joining us from wherever you are. This is the live coverage of the Kasolaga Premier League match day 13, almost getting to the halfway point of the season. And the league is starting to take shape with some teams making it comfortable on top of the table and some still fighting for survival. Still a lot to play for as we are going to be covering a game that is going to be played in Shawane, in the heart of Shawane, that is Mandawa. That is FC Platinum taking on Chikenin. My name is Tendai Sban, and besides me are two fine gentlemen who are going to be helping us unpack and understand what is at stake this afternoon. To my immediate right is Big Joe Nkani. Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon, Farah. It's good to be here to look at a game that has two teams fighting for, well, one team is fighting for continued supremacy, that is FC Platinum over Chicken Inn, and Chicken Inn are unhappy travelers, and more so to Mandawa Stadium. They haven't won at Mandawa Stadium in the last 13 seasons. So, yeah, they're troubled travelers. So we see whether they want to break that jinx or FC Platinum will maintain their hold on Chicken Inn's neck.
Okay, so that is Joseph Kani understanding and giving us what is at stake. We are going to be talking about that as we progress. And to my far right, rather, is Coach Bekim Pilonyoni. Coach, good afternoon. And what does this game entail for you? What are we looking at?
Good afternoon. I think for Mandawa has been known for being where FC used to be collecting a lot of points. But of late, this has not been happening. I think we saw them being equalized by Tel 1, who was one of the weakest teams. We also them drawing against Scotland. Last time when Scotland went to FC Platinum, they beat them again. So it's not as what it used to be, where we knew that at home they will collect as many points as they can. And they have been going out with mixed results, losing to Simba Bora, winning against ZPC Kariba, which no one had given them the chance. So it's a team which can surprise anyone, anytime, when you look at FC Platinum. Okay,
so the message is so many changes coming in for FC Platinum and Chicken Inn in terms of the outlook of the teams. The message coming from Chicken Inn is that maybe they're going through a rebuild, but time is definitely not on their side. Now we're looking into two teams that are not separated by much on the log table. We are looking into number 9 and number 11, 16 and 18 points respectively. And now a new manager altogether for both teams. How is that going to come into play? We're looking into the last 18 seasons as you've put it up across. Is this going to come into play?
Yes, I think what's going to be a determining factor is the mindset, the mentality of the two sets of teams. Yes, if you look at FC Platinum, they have a new coach in Joel Pasha, who's just had, 9-10 games with the team. And then on the other hand, Ndiraya similarly coming in with the same script. But if you look at the two coaches, Ndiraya has won 2 league titles in 2 successive years with 2 different teams. And that Joel Lupasha is more of a rookie in the game. He still has to pick up some accolades to his name. So given that, you then assume or maybe expect then Tutra Ndiraya to have an edge over Joel Lupasha. But if you look at the flip side, in terms of the teams, Chicken Inn are actually above FC Platinum.
By 2 points.
By 2 points,
yes.
So if FC Platinum maintain their trend, they will leapfrog Chicken Inn, they will swap positions.
Okay.
So that's why I'm saying it's probably a game that is going to be decided on the mentality of the two sets of teams, how they apply themselves in this particular fixture, forgetting the history, forgetting the pedigree of the respective coaches, but just saying, okay, guys, we just have these 90 minutes that we are facing today. Let's do what we need to do today and get full sets of points, and then we go home. So it's a mentality issue. Yeah, that I think will see the day for whoever wins this afternoon.
Okay, and then for you, Coach, this is an exciting game considering that FC Platinum hasn't been winning much at home, and then they're playing against a side that is also not winning away. So how is this going to pan out?
I think the coaches will determine more than anything else, where we have seen that Chicken Inn as a team, Mandawa has not been a good hunting ground. But when we look at Tundera Ndiraya, he will remember their win against FC, where they beat them 5-2 last year when he was head coach for Scotland.
Yes.
So from that point of view, that might help in terms of Chicken Inn, where the coach will try to probe them to say, if we do 1, 2, 3, 4 correctly, we can easily collect points. I remember when they went to Gweru against Tel 1, No one ever thought they were going to be winning that game. They managed to win 2-0. So when you look at some of those results, you say to yourself, it's not going to be easy for FC Platinum, especially against Chicken Inn. We know that as a traveling squad, they haven't done very, very well.
Yeah, true.
But they went to Manica when Manica was so weak. They managed to get a draw rather than a win. It was 2 points lost when they went to Manica for Chicken Inn. And now, here they are at FC Platinum. Definitely, Tonde have had a lot of experience in coaching PSL compared to Joel Lupatla. And I'm sure these are some of the things which Tonderai will try to capitalize on so that at least mentally and psychologically will help his team to make sure they are fired up to try to collect 3 points at Mandava.
Okay, so in a moment we're going to be looking at the teams that have been selected by the respective managers. But before we do that, we want to look into the last 5 games for either teams. Chicken Inn being superior, only winning 2 of their last 5. And then for FC Platinum only winning 1 in their last 5. That is a troubling course, Joe. And also want to look into what has been the weakness for Chicken Inn. They concede through set pieces against Islanders. It was set pieces against Lower Chiefs, set pieces again. To Moors, they lost through a set piece.
Yes. And I'm sure that is one thing that is going to worry Coach Tundra Indiraya, to say, okay, how do we structure ourselves defensively, against set pieces? And maybe we may want to then look at it and say, okay, let's not then give away too many set pieces in dangerous areas, because if you're having problems with the defending set pieces, then don't give them away. More so around the central channels or around the 18-yard box. So make sure we then focus on how we apply ourselves in terms of tacklings. We don't become reckless and negligent. Then we need to time how we engage the opponent. So avoid giving away set pieces in dangerous areas. Then if you then...
But how do you avoid that? Because sometimes the game gets a little bit intense and you don't know when to charge in and when not to charge in.
I hear you. You then need to watch your timing. Okay, how do you throw in your foot? How do you throw in your leg at an opponent who's got the ball? So it's about timing. It's about knowing when to tackle and when not to. But there are some times where as a defender, you want to look at it and say, okay, how far is my opponent away from my goal? Yes. The distance factor comes in. So do I commit too hard, or maybe I just delay while my teammates are also regaining shape at the back? So it's about mentality, it's about timing, and then when you engage into a tackle.
Yes, I think also, as a coach, you see the weaknesses of your team. You know you're going to be playing a team like FC Platinum. We have got Jason Selemani, who is very good with set pieces. What you need to do is, during training, you try to work on those weaknesses as much as you can. And I want to believe this is what Tondera has been concentrating on, because after analyzing the game, you see what has been my weakness as I go for my next training, preparing for the upcoming game. I'm sure those are some of the things. And also, let's not forget, during the week they played a game which they won, but we didn't see these weaknesses. So that's a sign that there's something which is being worked on.
Okay. So in a moment, we're going to be switching over to Sandra, who's in the heart of Sishavani at Mandava, who's at pitch side, and she's going to be taking over from now. And we come back and we give you what's next as we prepare for the game.
Thank you so much, Tendai Subanda, Joseph Mkani, and Coach Bex in the studio. For now, we welcome you to this beautiful mining town in Sishavane. We're at Mandava Stadium, where the 4-time winners of the Kasolaga Premier Soccer League, that is FC Platinum, will be hosting Chicken Inn for a matchday 19 game in the Kasolaga Premier Soccer League. So it is absolutely fantastic to be here. We look at the temperature, the weather for today. Since the morning, it has been absolutely sunny, but experiencing a bit of cloud cover, which is something that the players will be hoping for as the game is about to begin. When it comes to the turf in itself, it has been watered since the morning, which will allow free flow of the game, the passing game, tiki-taka football, the beautiful game. It is actually being accommodated in this one, as we are seeing some of the players now going back to the change changing rooms. But in terms of the field, it is actually beautiful. The grass is there, although there are some small patches where there is need of rehabilitation, but I do not think that it will hinder the movement or the flow of the game. And you look at even the watering, the style, the irrigation that has been implemented on this one, the ground is soaking wet, which will sort of deter the movement of Chicken Inn. As we all know that Chicken Inn is a team that is always up on their feet, moving with the flow of the game. So absolutely FC Platinum are quite prepared for this one. So absolutely the stage has been set. It is a beautiful setting. A few fans coming in just as the time is moving. The fans are coming in slowly but surely. It is Shavane after all, and the people are coming in and hoping to enjoy the beautiful game, to support their teams, because you're looking at two teams that are moving towards the same agenda in terms of getting maximum points. You look at match day 12 for FC Platinum and also Chicken Inn. They collected points in their respective games, and today will be the test that they have been waiting for. Two teams trying to rebuild, getting better and better in terms of how they're approaching this season in the Kasolaga Premier Soccer League. So the stage is set. We are very, very excited to be giving you this game. We're going to be going back to studio. Tendai, continue to give us the analysis that we always enjoy. It's back to you guys in studio.
Well, there was Sandra, and thank you so much. She's in Shawane at Mandava, the mining town, as she put it. Now, one thing that has been synonymous with FC Platinum is how they like to play. Has it changed since Nomen Mapeza left? They like to pass it on the ground. They like to build from behind. They like to take as much as their time. And you can even see from the players they have, very fantastic, creative players. You look into Dematsika, who's also starting this afternoon. And you look into the likes of Selemani. Trevor Bruno also fast on the wings. Is that going to change now that they have a new manager who also was a speedster during his playing days?
Yes, yeah, I think the FC Platinum are going through a transition. It's an evolution that I think is going on in FC Platinum. If you look at the two coaches' philosophy, if you look at Nomen Mapeza, who was there before Joel Patla arrived, Nomen Mapeza is a tiki-taka kind of play. A coach who wants to play from the back, build movements going forward, breaking down lines and moving in as a block. Whereas if you look at Joel Patla, he probably will come in with a different philosophy. Yeah, but never mind the roster of the players that they have at their disposal. But I think it's too early for Joel Patla to have imprinted his philosophy on the team. If you compare to Nomen Mapeza, who actually spent years and years with the same group of players. So, yeah, I think I would expect an evolution at FC Platinum because there's Joel Patla now. I wouldn't expect him to replicate what Nomen Mapeza has been doing in terms of the style of play compared to Nomen Mapeza.
Nomen Mapeza. And then for you, Coach, one thing that has also been synonymous with Tonderai Ndiraya is how he likes to rotate his goalkeepers. He says if a goalkeeper loses a game, it means his time between the sticks is over. But I will be coming back to you. We just want to look into the arrivals of the team that is FC Platinum as they are preparing to get into their preferred home ground. It hasn't been easy for them this current season, only picking a number of wins at Mandava. It's only a matter of time until we start seeing what they used to do when they still had Nomen Mapeza winning 4 titles in a row, Coach.
Yes, I think when we look at the kits, you can see that everything is ready for this game. And as we look at the kits and everything, and we've seen the players getting down from the bus, which is a sign that everything is ready for this very, very important game, which is coming up. And for FC Platinum, definitely. Mandava has not been the same as it was during Nomen's time, because we heard that even the fans themselves, they are not as many as we were expecting. Mandava used to be filled to the brim every time they are playing, especially when they play teams like Chicken Inn.
Maybe
but
at the
moment, it shows that there is something which is not going on, because the fans are attracted more by the play as well as the wins. Yeah. But I think it will be a bit too early for us to say Joel is failing to attract the fans by not winning games, by not really showing what type of football he's going to be playing.
Okay.
Time will tell.
Coach, I'll have to stop you there. That's chickeny now. It seems like they're a little bit confident coming into this one, not looking into their past results and what we've been saying, not having gotten a win in the last 13 seasons. But is it going to matter this afternoon? I mean, jinx are there to be broken. Also, spells are there to be broken. But will the Gamecocks put a foot forward, a strong foot forward, and say 13 is enough? Maybe 14th is actually the charm.
Yeah, they will be expecting that this afternoon. And if you look at the roster that they have, look at the tradition of walking into the stadium in reverse. You know, it's some of the mind games in football. Where you see walking inward in reverse, going into the stadium in reverse. Yeah, but I was going to comment about like their goalkeeper, Donovan Bernard, who is a seasoned goalkeeper. He's been with the club since 2019, and even his maturity in the game is about, I think he's age 30. Yeah. And he brings in the experience that FC Platinum need. And I've also noticed, that Chicken Inn need. I've also noticed that Chicken Inn have also brought in, there's a player from Burundi, it's called Mustafa Francis.
Francis
Mustafa. He's a forward.
He's former Yada player. Last year he was a Yada. He had a very good season.
So he's also one player.
But my question was, Tondere Ndiraya says a goalkeeper loses a game, he misses the next game. He brings in those rotations. You always want stability between the sticks. And it's something that he has been doing since his days at Simbabura, since his days at Scotland, and has been doing it now at Chicken Inn.
He might have his reasons for that, but if you ask me, I don't think it motivates the goalkeeper.
Especially if you have an experienced one in Bernard.
Yes, in Donovan Bernard, an experienced goalkeeper. But look at the circumstances. Look, there are extenuating circumstances. You could be a good goalkeeper, but at times you could be exposed by your defense, or you could concede a goal that you might have not had any chance to save, as it were. Okay. Look at the flip side. That's why you then argue and say you get a goalkeeper who gets a clean sheet, and then you say he's the man of the match, but did he make any saves?
The defense was actually doing all the hard work.
The defense would have been tight. Okay. And then all the goalkeeper was doing all day long was taking goal kicks and back passes. And then they say he's the goalkeeper or player of the match, or he has a clean sheet. So it becomes a case. 22.
I think we also need to listen to what the coaches have said, are going to be saying. We will come back to you, Coach. It seems like you have a lot to say.
Obviously, we are playing at home. We are expected to win. Our fans are expecting us to win. But we know that we need to work very hard. We need to put more effort than what we did in Kariba for us to win here. We haven't won, I think, for the past three games that we have played at home. And sometimes it can be energy sapping for the boys. But the confidence is there. You can see the way they play. And I think we have been unlucky in most of these other games. But sometimes you make the luck. And I've told the boys that sometimes you need to make your own luck, create your own luck, and this is what we are expecting to do today. And it's going to be good for us, to come here and win again, because if you get two games in a row, it builds the confidence, which is something that we haven't done, we haven't managed to do ever since we started playing. And also looking at the away games that we played, we had never won away, but we managed to get the full 3 sets of points, and we are hoping that we will continue, on that good streak. But at the end of the day, I'm confident with the boys. I'm confident with what they do.
All the games are big games, I must say. So this is one of the other big games that we have played so far. We had a big game again on Wednesday against Simbabura. So I think the past 3-4 games have been very big games for us, and then the next 2 games, including this one, are also very big games for us. So we are approaching the games with ease. We don't want to put ourselves under pressure. I think we did ourselves a good favor on Wednesday when we collected maximum points at home against Simbabura. So we are playing a team that is also very high in confidence after collecting maximum points in Kariba. Very difficult venue to go to. So that really shows the quality that is in that team. Very good team for that matter. I think their things are now starting to get together. But we are also now starting to see some huge improvement from our team, and it promises to be a very very exciting match for us today, one that we are really looking forward to, but a difficult one for that matter.
Okay. So we are going to be seeing the teams going through their pre-match routines, that is their warm-ups. But just looking into the previous interviews that we were watching, Tundra never gives much, does he?
He doesn't. He doesn't. He's one very conservative coach. He doesn't give much in terms of playing his cards on the table, especially early before the game. And even on the pitch, you can see Tundra is one conservative coach. I think he's one coach who would want to consolidate his defense first before he goes all out on attack. So he tries to be as mean as possible defensively. That's why you find that most of Tundra's games are not as exciting as it were, but he's an efficient coach who just wants to get the results and go home.
And then he says we are slowly starting to see a little bit of improvement.
Yes, he said they are slowly, because I think we had seen Simba winning 2 games in a row, and I think one of the big games they won was against Scotland, which no one gave them a chance. When they won against FC, scoring 3 goals, no one had given them a chance. And when he says we have been playing difficult teams, definitely difficult teams, Moors, Hard Rock, Simba,
Scotland.
those are the teams which Chicken Inn has played, and it has not been easy to get the goals. And also, I think you earlier you discussed about Tonde saying if
the goalkeeper
is scored, he has to be replaced. That you can have that luxury if you have got goalkeepers who have got very little which separates them. His first 11, this one is first 11. Very little which separates them. At the moment, I'm sure Donovan have proved that he has been with Chicken Inn for a long time, and of late we see he's slowly taking over from the team, which shows that the new goalkeeper coach Kawadza and the new head coach are starting to realize that you cannot take anything from experience. This has been a national team goalkeeper from junior level up to senior national level. So he's one of the most experienced players. When he's not injured, he's ready to work. Let's go for it.
Okay, so now we're going to be switching over and going for the crossover. We are going to be leaving the studio, and we are going to hoping that you enjoy this game as much as we enjoy giving it to you. In studio, remember, it's John Kari and Coach Bekim Pilonyoni. So we switch over, and please do enjoy the game.
A very good afternoon to you all, and welcome to Mandawa Stadium here in Mandawa. And That was the national anthem, Ngai Komborero Nyika Zimbabwe. As the two teams are now going through the pre-match formalities. In red is Chicken Inn from Bulawayo, and in all green is FC Platinum, who are the local boys. Going through those pre-match rituals, and of course the toss will be conducted, and very soon we'll be getting underway to see who picks up all 3 points this afternoon here. And the referee has just conducted the toss before another pause, and you could see there the player in blue is Donovan Bernard, long-time servant of the game. Tabani Uzariro, Sem Mahachi, Kudati Gere, and Grace Gimo are the 3 match officials. That's a lady, Grace Gimo, coming now to operate from the near touchline here at Mandawa Stadium. And the fans are still making their way into the stadium. We expected this place to be full to capacity, because this is a very big game here, and Dalumuse Bebe will agree with me. This is we expected this game to be a very big occasion, but those in Sushavane seems to be thinking otherwise.
Good afternoon to you. Yes, we expected this to be a very big game. I was privileged enough to witness Scotland versus FC Platinum, and the stadium was full. So I thought, because both teams have won, this one should be even a bigger game. But like you say, the fans are thinking otherwise.
Yes, indeed. As you can see, the local team, FC Platinum, pure Platinum play, just going across to meet their players. Here comes the lineup now. Rafael PTC, fresh from saving a penalty at the weekend to help his team win. And most of the players involved in the midweek event are there, except Jarrison Junior Selemani is the only player that has come in. And they have retained Trevor Bunu, the man who scored that goal for FC Platinum to beat ZPC Kariba. Then, of course, Tondra Indiraya hasn't made any changes at all. It's pretty much the same team that did duty against Simba Bora. And they also came out with a victory. And today, we've got 2 teams who are playing with their tails up, and anything can happen here. I know FC Platinum are the home team, but Chicken Inn seem to be picking up their act together as the referee gets us underway, as Chicken Inn are now playing from left to right, with FC Platinum defending the left-hand side and attacking the right-hand side. Plenty to talk about these 2 teams here. We'll go through as the game wears on, because they've made some recruitments from out of the country. And first to come to mind will be the likes of Nixon Nyastulu, who has been in the country playing for FC Platinum for some time now. And of course, there are some Burundians, a DR player from DR Congo player, and it is going to be looking very, very special indeed. Here comes Selemani, turns away from his marker. Again, another effort, and the header punched away by Donovan. That was very close indeed. Long crossfield past the header from Dematsika goes away, and Dylan Chivandire, the assistant coach for FC Platinum, was up on his feet expecting a goal. That's a sharp turn. Certainly very good move indeed, and the goalkeeper Donovan did very well on that occasion.
Yeah, good timing. He really read it well, and he covered his blind side. Oscar Bebe ghosted him from the back there, but Donovan, with his experience, was equal to the task.
Here it comes now, Dematsika, tightly monitored. It's a good clearance coming in from Chicken Inn here. Throw-in is quickly taken. Chicken in, lining up in defense and making sure that their goal is well protected as Nixon Nasulu heads it backwards. Now Pure Platinum will restart the formula. Lovely turn. It's easily taken away. Chunga taking his time on the ball. He's anchoring the middle of the park. Brandon plays it to the wrong person and it's picked up, recovered, should I say, by Chicken in. Yeah, they slow it down now. Chunga had a touch and not a very good cross. But this one easily taken away and the ref stopping play. Tabani Rosario in charge of proceedings this afternoon. And already the choir has started singing here at Mandawa Stadium. Nyasulu. Once the ball played forward. Now is this one guided to the far side with Joel Lupasha playing a four-man back line. Nyasulu doing well to find Jarrison Selemani, who rolls it on the near side here. Ball neatly taken down, but Chicken in are looking strong in defense. Of course, the pressure slowly mounting. And this one guided all the way back by Maxwell Paipi. Here's another Malawian, Nyasulu, laying it wide to the far side for Vareta. They play it on the near side here, action slowing down a bit. Now they're pushing it through, but well blocked. I thought the ref would blow for a foul on the Chicken in player, but it goes on with FC Platinum picking up possession. Solo has seen a lot of action since the start of the game here. One player that I should tell Chicken in to watch will be big Garikaide Matsika in midfield for FC Platinum. Another one to watch will be on the far side. It's Oscar Bebe, who comes in from the left-hand side. Here they come now with Barreta. But that's a crude tackle coming in from behind. The guilty party is Bebe Mpumelelo on Oscar Bebe. I wonder if these are related.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are cousins.
Now, who is who between these two?
Well, I'm conflicted on these two because both of them are related to me as well.
Oh, by the way, how did I forget that? I'm on duty with another Bebe here.
Yes, so in the valley we call it Yomdeni. So Yomdeni ingeno.
Okay. I know, despite my...
Yeah, quite interesting.
Very interesting indeed, and that's a good throw. Bernard once again coming to the fore there. And the ball is guided back all the way to the Chicken in goal mind. Chicken in still to settle down. This one is played through, but good defensive work from the Platinum Miners. Throw in to Chicken in. That will be taking it through Farai Tsinawadi. Tsinawadi's throw doesn't go very far. Here's the return. Oh, lovely flick there. And again, FC Platinum showing their strength in defense. Here it comes, and a chance, queuing up a shot, and this one is dragged wide. No problem there. The first time that Chicken in have threatened here, 6 minutes or 7, should I say. is the first time that they had a look in at the goalkeeper. Let's take a second look at it. Lovely turn there from Francis Mustafa, the Burundian, and his effort was dragged wide.
Yeah, I think he took his eyes off the ball there. He was supposed to always watch the ball when he was taking that shot.
Yeah, he must have taken his eye off the ball, and it went horribly wide, such that PTC never bothered to dive. And Donovan Bernard taking the occasion to reorganize his defense. Farai Tsinakwadi. Ball flick through. Yes, the Gamecocks moving forward. There's a long ball posted through, and the goalkeeper has done well to come and head it away. Played along the ground, and a good sliding tackle coming through and taking it away from Trevor Bono. This is the guy that scored last weekend against ZPC Kariba. Bono looks one way then the other before throwing it to the nearest man. Dematsika turns away from his marker, but not quite. Good defensive work there. The ball is kept in play. And this one goes to Nyasulu. Very calm on the ball, the Malawian. Vareta. Jarrison looking for support, gets it from Bono. Bono's crossed. I don't think that was the intended idea. It didn't come off. It didn't get underneath the ball enough. Bernard taking some time to clear the danger. But again, FC Platinum still pushing forward with Dematsika now operating from the right-hand side. Ball inside the area. John's here, the cross comes in, and who is there? Brings it back, but it will easily be taken away by the Gamecocks. 0-0 the scoreline if you're joining us for the first time. We're into the 10th minute. As you see, Trevor Bono walking away from the scene. That's the danger man from FC Platinum. The Gamecocks, when they were coming onto the pitch, and I was busy comparing the frame of the players. It looks like Tondera Indiraya has got big fellows, eh?
Oh yes, and you know, if you have got that kind of frame, you will have advantages in terms of duels already and aerial balls. So yeah, he is going to have that competitive advantage when it comes to those areas.
Yes, indeed. Let's see if Chicken Inn can go on to realize their advantage. Donovan Bernard restarting the formula. Playing it along the ground. The idea was there, but it was well read as well. And now, Jerry can't get there. It's going to be a throw-in to the Gamecocks. Chicken Inn. Now under the tutelage of Tondera Indiraya, the home fans are already in full voice. They're expecting nothing but a victory this afternoon. Of course, they were reared on success when FC Platinum joined the league under the tutelage of Norman Mapeza. I think he took over from other coaches, but many people will remember his spell as the best here in Sushavane, winning 4 titles in a row. Something that was only done by Callisto Pasua. As you see that effort being skied. That one will do rugby league some good, but not football.
Yeah,
I know that He was trying to shoot from afar, but unfortunately the technique was wrong at Alubus.
Yes, he was supposed to lean over the ball. You lock the ankle, and then the follow through. Then the ball will be easily directed towards the goal. But if you lean back, then it skyrockets.
Well, you can forgive him. He's a defender. Most of the time he has to, strike the ball while leaning backwards. And the captain there, Bongani Ndlovu, taking care of business. This one again misdirected. And in the end, it's a free kick to the Gamecocks. I think they say the the FC Platinum player was backing into an opponent.
Yeah, FC Platinum players struggling with the long ball, failing to find their teammates, either with crosses or that long pass.
Yeah. Well, the FC Platinum player, Nyasulu, was lucky not to get injured through an awkward landing. I'm talking about Raheem Binwell. He was given the benefit of doubt for a moment. I thought that he was the guilty party. Yes, the effort. Wow, that was a good one.
Good strike.
Good strike from afar, but the goalkeeper, PTC Rafael, has done well to parry this one over the bar for the corner kick, the first one for Chicken Inn.
Yes, good shot. And you see the locking of the ankle that I just spoke about there. And Rafael PTC equal to the task.
That the referee will have to move in for some housekeeping there. Bit of shoving and pushing. Take a look at the Chicken Inn guys. They're big fellows. Clearly looking down upon the smaller FC Platinum players, and they're showing them no respect at all. Come on, they are at home here. They've got the whole crowd behind them. Let's see how this corner kick will be taken. Sinakwadi with hands in the air, trying to convince the referee that I'm not offending anybody. Poorly taken corner kick, but this one will be taken again. That's Sinakwadi. Oh, Rafael PTC. He's lucky we don't have VAR. Pushing and shoving in the box can result in a penalty here.
Yes, it's quite risky these days, especially when you do have the VAR.
Yeah. Let's see how this corner will come. Chicken Inn taking a good-looking one. Punched away. Desperately cleared. Here's another one. They play long balls. And it's taken nicely there by Rafael PTC. Who clips it forward. Kunu is beaten in the air and goes out of play. That's a throw. Matsika, oh dear. Clattered into dangerously. That's Francis Mustafa, the Burundian. He took a shot try a while ago that went wide, and this time he's coming with a dangerous tackle on Dematsika. Luckily, he expected the tackle and he managed to avoid it.
Yes, he was quite alert there to override the tackle, but also giving them an advantage there on a dead ball.
Yes, indeed, as the ball is played through, Chicken Inn with their full complement of 4 defenders. Free kick. It looks like they want to take as much time as possible before this kick is taken. It's finally taken as it is played into the Chicken Inn half. Now they're pushing forward. Ball played through a bit too long. for the intended target, Sinakwadi. Yes, Nyasulu. Should I say the reliable one? Nixon looking one way, then the other. He lays it on the near side. This is Pipey. His Malawian counterpart. It's guided to the far side. Selemani has gone to the other side. Clips it along, searching ball here, kept in play. Oscar Bebe is on the near side, and he gives that one straight to Donovan Bernard.
Yeah, I should have brought it back to the penalty spot. It was going to be more effective if it had come to that area.
And the Chicken would like to start slowly, using their goalkeeper, who I must say has seen more action than Rafael Pitisi. That's Donovan Bernard. That was a back pass by Rendo, a bit too hard. And finally cleared away by Bernard. Dematsika flicks it through, going so well and straight to the goalkeeper. Oh, that was a good strike, but the goalkeeper watched it all the way and made a routine save, Bebe.
Oh, what a good strike from Dematsika. I like his creativity. I like also his technique. But Donovan proving also that experience counts.
Yes, certainly. Experience coming to the fore there. Oscar Bebe fighting and fighting. Why not Chukua? The former Highlanders and Scotland striker now plays for Chicken. Here's the captain who guides it backwards. Love to Pitisi.
Now this is where he takes unnecessary risk, Pitisi.
Yeah. And when you clear it like that, this time he finds Dematsika. Dematsika proving to be the danger man here this afternoon. He's done one or two good things for FC Platinum, but unfortunately he hasn't managed to create a goal as yet.
Good service from PTC there, and the connection by Dematsika.
Yeah. Long clearance. Picked up in the middle of the park. Bono racing away from his marker, tries to turn, succeeds. And this time he's guided backwards. FC Platinum in possession once more. Ball flicked through. Dematsika was involved, and this time they played into the center and cleared away. Beganete Chiwonga, who lays it through. Sliding tackle, that was timely. Well done. And it comes to the near side here. Seremani is back, but this time around, the Chicken Inn defender is alive to it and makes a very, very important save. That's Alex Mbango. And the near side assistant referee's flag is up for a foul on Oscar Bebe, brought down. So that's a free kick in a position of some danger.
Oh yes, but it's an acute angle, so it don't be wise to take a shot at goal.
Yeah, indeed, you have to be, a very special free kick taker, set piece taker. That's Bebe being thumped to the ground. Well, we spoke about, you know, Chicken Inn having big guys. You can see how easily they threw Pepe to the side.
Yeah.
And free kick has been given, a correct decision as well. And yeah, the band, the choir still in full voice. They're expecting something special. Junior Seremani clips it through into the center. It's out. The shot is coming. Looked like a handball there.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be a penalty.
But the referee decided against it. Play continues with the Burundian playing a long ball forward. It's a bit of a ding-dong affair. And another foul, forcing play to be stopped once again as we take a second look. Well, maybe he will say that his hands were by his side. But clearly there was contact with the hand, and the referee has decided to ignore it. Here they come again with Mustafa. Being laid back. Chiunga. It's a foul, free kick. There's a lot of positional changes that Joe Lupasha is making. But this time, Mustafa going across to talk to the referee. Chiunga not particularly involved. Temptation Chiunga, a former Dynamo's midfielder, followed Tondra Indraya to Bulawayo to turn out for Chicken Inn. That's a clear handball. He had done well to turn and shoot. Unfortunately, he had handled in the process. My goodness me. That's Itai Mabuno. For a defender to have done that.
Yeah, the bicycle kick.
Yeah, that was excellent. But unfortunately, he cancelled out his effort by handling first. Brandon Rendo. Here they go. This time around with Chiunga playing it wide on the far side, showing some good vision. Here it comes once more. Sinakwadi. Can he get the cross in? Here is a long one inside the area, trying to lay it out for one of his strikers. But Chiunga takes over, and they play it back once more. Now they have to restart. Sinakwadi had done well, but nobody expected that other than goalkeeper Rafael Pitisi.
Yeah, Chicken Inn controlling the game very well, moving the ball well, but that elusive goal still not coming.
Yeah, that elusive goal still missing. What a cross, a deep one as well, and played into touch. Selemani preparing to take the corner. Let's see how he takes this one. It's taken high into the box. Chicken Inn managed to clear. This one is picked up once more. He has seen Jarrison Selevani getting past his marker. One way, then the other. I think he tried too many times, and he has lost possession. The cross should have come first time, but he wanted to impress the crowd. Oscar Bebe clipping it through but Chicken Inn will take it away. Chiunga taking it backwards. He gets the return pass. And turns away from his marker. Getting a round of applause from the crowd. It's now Tsinakwadi. And that was a shot. Wow, this is brilliant. And good recovery there from FC Platinum, but my goodness. Chandra Ndiraya understandably not happy because his players were playing to the gallery instead of getting the job done.
Oh yes, and when you're in the final third, it's business. Play as simple as possible and as direct as possible.
Here is Jarrison. He's another one who loves doing all sorts of tricks. Dematsika trying to find Jarrison Selemani, but good defensive work. And Joe Lupasha is also not happy because his players are beginning to enjoy this, but that skill.
Wow. Nutmeg.
My word. What a piece of Lino Chukwu. Yeah, he's been around long enough to know what to do when you're under pressure.
Yeah.
Mabunu. Rendo. When I first looked at the Chicken Inn lineup and seeing Brendan Rendo as a defensive linkman, I thought, no, there's something wrong here.
Yeah.
This boy plays upfield, but no, that's where he is. As the ball is cleared away by Mabunu. Good take there by Ndlovu. Here comes Oscar Bebe. Bebe trying to get around his marker and needs support. Gets it now. The cross comes in, it's a long one, and this one, nobody home. And the Platinum fans not happy with that. Brendan Rendo, not a very good one, taken away by Vareta. That's a push. So it's a free kick. Jarrison Selemani has been giving Chicken Inn a few anxious moments. Nyasulu here. Plays it to the near side. Bebe almost handling, but got away with it. Nixon Nyasulu. Dematsika takes it away. Tries a cross first time. This one goes out of play. And it's a goal kick, but Dylan Chivandire watching intently there, and their fans asking questions. How can that not be a corner kick? Well, I'm sure the brown bottle is having an effect on some of them. The evidence is there. Somebody's drinking. And when you're drunk, your judgment is not so good. Here comes the confirmation of the scoreline. 0-0 in this first 45 minutes. We're into the 31st minute now. Donovan jamming one way before laying it short for Chiunga. Mabunu guides it back to Donovan, who clips it forward. Looking for Tsinakwadi. It's headed away. Ndiraya's technical team discussing one or two things there. Tsinakwadi was trying to steal 1 or 2 meters from the referee, but he was alive to it. Free kick. I can say that Chicken Inn are beginning to, grab the long end of the stick, threatening FC Platinum, the home team. Let's see what the referee is going to do. He seems to be going to Joel Lupasha. Joe Lupasha, well, he's known for being a calm and collected guy. And when he complains, normally we tend to have a second look because it's not in his nature to always complain.
I think that was a soft foul. And
naturally he feels threatened because you know, a team that can execute these free kicks can easily score from there. Let's see how Chiunga will take it. Played inside the area, good defensive work, and this one going onto the far side. The goalkeeper trying to avoid the corner kick. And now the Burundian will be going across. Is it going to be a throw? The senior citizens enjoying themselves here. That's your far side assistant referee. Look at the corner count, you know, the corner counts. 3-1 in favor of Chickeny in the visitors. I wonder if that is reflecting the tide of events correctly here at Mandawa Stadium. Here it comes, and not a well-taken corner kick. That was very poor. Too low into a crowded area. What can you expect?
yeah, but
That's why these fans are even, you know, pointing out that he should have played it high,
Yes.
possibly, you know, deep, to force the goalkeeper to leave his position.
And they do have the height, so why not play it high?
Here is one, Dematsika. Clever ball played through to Vareta. His look-alike, good cross inside the area. The idea was right, but again a foul on Mabunu. And he's injured in the process. I hope it's nothing serious. His boot has actually come off. So that was a good call by the ref. You know, in real time, that was very difficult for us to see, but
Yeah.
the referee spotted it.
Yeah, I think that's why he's paid and he's in the pitch and we are not.
Yeah, that's a good one. As we see the replays once again. Mabunu,
Oh,
the veteran who has seen it all.
quite good aerial time, Abunu.
Donovan. It's played to Rendo. Played the hospital pass back to his defender. And he's injured in the process. Now he's writhing in agony. Dagon, we pray that it's nothing serious, because I know that Tondera Indraya wants to make a tactical substitution. That was a... that's dangerous.
That's a nasty one.
Nasty one indeed, and looks like he's getting away with it. Godfrey Mchenje trying to win the ball against his opposite number. That's Alex Mumbango. Yeah, Mumbango is up and about. And Mumbango is being told by the ref to temporarily leave the field of play for about 30 seconds before coming back. Some of the players milling around, the likes of Rahim Pinwell. This one, I'm sure, will be guided back to Bernard. Donovan Bernard still stands on the ball before clipping it through. It's taken away by Bebe. Good play. They are going forward once again. Dematsika playing it through. Comes to Vareta. FC Platinum are pushing forward here. Can they get something out of this? Good control. Karigai Dematsika. It's been outstanding in the first half. Here is Bebe. Another one with lots of potential. Paipi plays it through. Here they go once again. And too many tricks and they lose possession. It's guided backwards. FC Platinum now. Fastening on to possession. Paipi does well to find young Bebe. Oscar turns in field. Back to Maxwell Paipi. The Jerson Selemani brought down. I thought the ref is playing advantage. Yes, he does. Nyasulu Nixon. And this one is almost taken away. Dematsika! Wow, that was close. That was very close. And the idea to shoot a grounder goalwards was, you know, commendable and very nearly paid off.
Yes, in that final third, at times you need to do that element of surprise. Very close as we look at it again there.
Yeah.
But I think he's supposed to have used the outer foot so that he gives the ball that curl.
Yeah, it needed a bit of curl so that it could have gone in, but Dematsika has been all over the place for FC Platinum. Chunga guiding it backwards to Mabuno. He's feeling fine now with the long clearance. This one is taken up by FC Platinum once again. They're going forward. Oscar Bebe almost slipped. I'm not surprised that some of the players are slipping because the stadium was heavily watered just before kickoff. Here is Oscar Bebe. Paipi expected Oscar Bebe to run into space, but the young man did not read the situation. Goal kick to chicken in. It's Donovan Bennett with about 6 minutes to go to the Oranges. Here is Mabuno, who's playing alongside Serge Ngongo from the DR Congo. That's a throw-in. Sefu Ngongo back to Donovan Bennett, who plays it upfield. It's taken away by FC Platinum once again. A lovely ball through, but somehow Selemani could not fasten onto the pass. Selemani had started very strongly, but fizzled out as the game is wearing on.
I think he's usually more effective as an impact player, starting with Mindiri Rain, and then Selemani coming in as an impact player.
Yeah, let's wait and see, because looks like he struggles to play 90 minutes, but look, it does happen. Some of our guys enjoying themselves in the sun as they watch this game here. Oh, Jarisoni turns one way, then the other, flicks it through, looking for Dematsika. The shot is blocked by the goalkeeper, and chicken in, scramble it away, and possession immediately given back to FC Platinum. This one wide to the far side. Vareta cannot get past the Burundian. Ball cleared away. Here's Ngongo, clipping it long into enemy zone. Oh, that was well played. My goodness me. This should be... Okay, he played advantage. Oscar Bebe. FC Platinum knocking the ball around with a lot of purpose. They're going around with a lot of players knocking it, trying to spread it among the defenders. Paipi. Selemani loves doing that. Pipey once again. Looking for Selemani, but easily taken away by the Gamecocks. Chicken in again, giving a possession to the wrong man here. Into the center. This is a dummy by Temptation Chiunga. Plays it wide, making it safe for Chicken in. Vareta can't fasten onto the ball. It's Chukukua. Back again, Chiunga. This one is too far ahead of the intended target as it goes out of play. The fans not looking very happy, but that was blatant. Unfortunately, he escaped the cut because the ball was played through. But Dematsika on this occasion, thwarted by the goalkeeper, and twice FC Platinum tries to shoot and failed. Here's Bebe. Dematsika thumped to the ground. Free kick. The guilty party is Mabuno. Yeah, Dematsika is always a thorn in the flesh whenever he's in possession.
It's quite a handful.
He is. Jonathan Bernard organizing his defense, because this free kick could prove tricky. Seremani behind it. Is he going to take a cricket goal, or? Well, it looks like this is going to be a right foot curler. The near post is an option. Over the wall. The wall has done its job. Out of play for throw in from the near side here, and the assistant coach of Chicken Inn having a long look downfield, trying to push his players to do better. Some seconds to go before half time. Dematsika has done well, but again taken away. Chicken Inn managing to clear. Sinakwadi can't get to it. Nyasulu is the first to arrive. Takes it away, and I mean, one minute of stoppage time. I think it's a correct corner kick for FC Platinum. Can they take full advantage and score from this one, Dalubuse?
Yeah, they need to bring in a medium-low ball, because bringing high balls will give Chicken Inn the advantage. So they need to bring that ball medium or low ball and away into the penalty area.
Let's see if they can do it. That's what these fans are all waiting for. As the ceremony spots it carefully. Oh, this is a good-looking one. But Chicken Inn, like you say, they've got the height. And it's cleared away. The referee blowing his whistle to say 45 minutes are up. And we can see some players going through their rituals. Mumbango was one of them. Seremani did well in the early stages of the game, but still 0-0 at halftime. Your thoughts of the first 45, Dalabuse?
Yeah, well, a balanced first half. I think both teams had good chances of scoring. Coming into the second half, I think FC Platinum needs to avoid a lot of contact in order for them to win possession. But for Chicken Inn, they are supposed to use that physique to their advantage and really take the game to FC Platinum.
Yes, indeed, they need to up their game, and let's hope that, during halftime they will do that and see if they can break this particular deadlock. While you wait for that, Let's go across to the studio for halftime analysis. Back to the studio.
Well, thank you. So that was the first 45 minutes between FC Platinum at home at Mandawa Stadium taking on Chicken Inn. It all ends nil at half-time. Not so many chances created, but enough to have changed the outlook of the game. We look into FC Platinum and what they could have done better to just get ahead in the first half, and Chicken Inn, how they could have responded as well. We're looking into the physicality coming into play and also some creative players, brands at the flanks for FC Platinum. But then at halftime, we haven't seen any team come as close. Probably some good chances, but not enough to give us something to talk about.
Yeah, and if you look at the two teams, I think the home team, FC Platinum, have had more forays into the Chicken Inn box. And I think it's been a question of maybe decision-making in the critical moments that could have given us maybe different conversations at halftime. But also Chicken Inn on their own, they've also created, I think, about 2 chances that could have been decisive. Yeah. But, well, as it is now, the 0-0 score line at the moment, yeah, pretty much a reflection of maybe a drab first 45 minutes. Nothing much to really to talk about, but of course, FC Platinum having more of those opportunities compared to Chicken Inn. Okay,
Coach, is it a surprise that FC Platinum have had the lion's share of possession, considering they're playing at home? They seem to be leading in terms of the forays going forward, as Joe said it. The possession and the runs in the final third, you look into Jarison Selemani, you look into Demansika, they have been conducting possessions. Is it a surprise that they are the ones that are doing it instead?
No, it's not a surprise. I think the coach himself indicated that they were going to do their best to try to collect 3 points. And when you look at the way they are playing, you can see that they have been really trying their best to collect the 3 points. In terms of defense, they've done very well. And in midfield, you see them going up. But I think my only worry is on third half, they need to make sure that they improve on their pace, and also the exchanges should be a bit faster and be reliable exchanges. I think that one time they had 3 versus 2. When you have got 3 versus 2, it's easy for you to get past the opponents. But the player who had the ball kept on holding the ball rather than trying to move it as fast as possible.
And then that's the situation we were talking about before, when we are looking into decision making.
Yes.
And the player in question is Jarison Selemani. So many times he has a clear opportunity to just play that decisive pass, and he is not doing exactly that.
And that incident for me, Jarison Selemani was actually the central man with the ball. He had one option on the right and another left option on the left, but he chose to go for the chip, a cheeky chip, which made life difficult for Demansika to make a desperate attempt at goal. But it's about decision making.
Exactly.
You know, it seems like the players want to do the more difficult option than taking the easier option, which will actually be more effective in punishing the opponent. So decision making maybe is one thing that Coach Joel Lupasha may want to address on behalf of his team, his charges. Say, guys, when we have the ball, let's make sure we punish them. Because as it is now, if Chicken Inn were to get a goal,
they would shut shop.
They will shut shop, yes, and it will be difficult. Yeah. So look at that. That's
Demansika.
Yeah.
He has been a bright spark in the first half. He has been on the receiving end of everything that's good for FC Platinum.
Yes, Demansika has been doing very, very well for the team.
Another opportunity there, I think.
Unfortunately, that shot which we saw was very weak and straight to the goalkeeper. I think if he had one step up and look up where the goalkeeper is, that could have been a goal.
Yes, yeah.
Maybe it's because that's a defender in a striker's position.
Oh yes, yeah. Captain Bongeni Love.
But also I think for Chicken Inn, they were really found in 6s and 5s in defense. At times you need to be a bit more organized in defense.
Well, looking into Demansika, he has been one of the bright sparks, the star players. He's just lacking that final touch, but everything that he's been trying to do has been crisp.
Yeah, in terms of build-up play, yeah, Demansika has been very creative. I like the way he holds on to the ball. I like his confidence when he takes on
the
the
situation
that's
earlier.
The situation. Look at him. He's central and decided to go for a cheeky chip, which at the end of the day, he made life difficult
the keeper beat the first one.
Yeah. And then they allowed Chicken Inn to recover.
It was actually easier to go to the right, to play it to the right.
Yes.
But also I think we need to give credit to Bernard as the goalkeeper. the courage to go out and make sure that after he had spilled the ball, he has to continue in the block.
Garrison Selemani, they just hold
Trying
him
to be
onto the
fancy.
ball. I think that's one weakness to his game. When it's easier to play the easy pass, he goes for the most expensive
Yes,
pass.
go for
Let's
the-
look at that shot from that save from Pettis. That was really a great save which he made.
Yeah, that was a shot from Mustafa.
One of the few chances we've seen
And it
Chicken
was a
in
set
going
piece,
forward.
Yeah, Mustafa flighting in a ball there. It was dipping onto the roof of the net. And then, of course, Rafael Pettis read it and tipped it over for a corner, which would have troubled
Yes,
FC
yeah.
Platinum.
Eyes on the ball, and
eyes
he
on the
did
ball.
extremely
Pettis,
well.
well done. It's a good save. Tip it up for a corner kick. And then we regroup. And then we defend the corner kick. Yeah. Otherwise, a well-taken shot by Mustafa.
Yeah, but then the chances haven't been coming in numbers for Chicken in.
Yes, it's the frequency now.
Yeah.
But in terms of the quality,
Yeah.
yes, Chicken Inn have better quality in terms of threatening FC Platinum. Whereas FC Platinum have had more chances or more openings. And the header there,
what a
that
save
was,
by
That was in the first
in
minute
third
of the game.
Yeah, it was in the third minute of the game. Yeah, where Slimani did very well on the right-hand side. He tugged in, and then he also damaged, and then went in for the second dribble, and then sent in a cross. A header, a free header for that matter.
Yes.
Yeah, and I like the way he headed the ball downward. You know, he knew that if he could head it upward,
I think-
maybe the goalkeeper would have a chance. But he decided to go for the downward header, which bounced off the wall, off the ground.
Yeah.
And then Donovan was also equal to the task.
Well, it was all at
Yes.
FC
Wow.
Platinum Affair.
What a shot.
Unfortunate for them not to get a goal. But then coming into the second half, what do they need to change? They've been getting in the final third. They have the hitters. They've Nematsika, who's playing almost everywhere. He's dynamic. And then what is it that he needs to do?
Yeah, I think Joel Lupatla want to tell his charges to say, guys, we are at home. We want to maintain a clean sheet, but at the same time, let's be decisive and effective in the final third. It's about decision making.
Let's look at the statistics
Look at
there.
the statistics there.
With FC Platinum, of course, the team at home leading in shots taken, even off target, on target, 3 as compared to 1. And then you look at the ball possession,
they're
55
dominating.
and 45,
Yes.
which is no surprise as well.
Yeah, which is not a surprise here. But what then should then count is the figure at the top there, which is still circling 0-0. Yes, never mind the romantic, the glitz, the glamour that you might post on the other statistics. But what you need to do is to change that 0 into a 1.
Yes, but I think the best, I think when we look at the shots on target and off target, I think FC are leading. So with that, there is an encouragement that if they can do attempts at goal, there are high chances of getting a goal.
But then with the way they're playing, is there an instruction? Because almost every time they get closer to the box, they take a shot.
Yeah, that could have been the instruction to say maybe shoot on sight.
Yeah.
Yes. But at the same time, we want to question the effectiveness of the decision
Of
that
the
you
decision
make.
they are making,
Yes. So you have to make sure. I'll emphasize on the need just to be, let's make sure, let's be effective.
Okay.
If they were to get a goal, I think there'll be maybe, that will calm their nerves.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then remove the element of desperation on the part of FC Platinum. So I tell you, if they don't get a goal, FC Platinum, this game can turn on its head.
I'm sure even Tondela himself, after having analyzed this game, he will indicate to these guys to say, we have been lucky in the first
Not to concede.
half not to concede a goal. So we need to be very, very careful. These guys, they failed to score when they had opportunities to score. The frustration is now creeping on them. We need to capitalize on that and try to make sure that on counter-attack, let's try to catch them. If we get a set piece close by, we saw what Mustafa can do. Let's try 1 or 2 tricks and see how best we can have the ball behind the back of the net.
Okay, and then one thing that we also have to talk about is the number of fouls that have been committed by Chicken Inn. It also is a sign of frustration. They've been failing to pass the ball around, not exactly how they've wanted to play. You look into how they're playing in the midfield, not so many passes. They're failing to string almost 3 to 4 passes.
Yes.
But I think Tonde's team is not a passing team. No, but it's not a passing team. And we can't expect them to be doing a lot of passing. You will see that mostly it's counter-attack on
But it
the run.
hasn't been materializing,
Yes.
because now when plan A fails, obviously, you want to revert to another plan.
Yeah, I think it's the psychology in football to say if an opponent is overrunning you, you know, somehow you tend to default to more of a physical, combative type of
Hence
play.
the number of fouls.
Yes, the number of fouls more so on the side of Chicken Inn. Yes. So if they were to address that, and hopefully they won't get any yellow card or any maybe card of a red nature. But if they could then turn that physicality going forward and turn it into aggression going forward, they may punish the host FC Platinum. But look, it's part of the game. Yeah, if you can, they say, if you can't get the man, if you can't get the ball, don't let the man pass.
Okay, and then as we are about to get into the second half and switch over to commentary, we also want to look into how they say the first half is for the players and the second half is indeed for the managers. And coach, this is a segment that you like to talk about. What then does Tondira Ndirai need to do together with this technical bench? I mean, they have been struggling, I would like to put it that way. It hasn't been easy for them in terms of possession and going forward. What does he tell his troops in that dressing room as they prepare for the second half?
Yes, I'm sure the more danger comes from the midfield. This is where he needs to be assigning some of these players to make sure that players like Dematsika are not given that opportunity to be running around. Let's close them as early as possible. Let's try to be first to the ball, because at times if you've got a distance from an opponent, he controls, he takes on you. But if you are close, let's close them as much as we can. The moment they do that, that means there are no opportunities which are being created, and the danger becomes less.
And then I think if it were for FC Platinum and Joe Lupatla, the message maybe to Dematsika, to Selemani, is continue doing what you're doing.
Yeah, continue to do what you're doing, but maybe sound alarm bells to say, I'm expecting more from you in terms of being effective in the final third, making the right decisions. Maybe I'm going to give you 10, 15 minutes to turn that dominance around, so that by the time we get to minute 70, we have at least a goal. So I think Joel Lupatla will be demanding a goal, over and above the dominance that FCA Platinum
needs to materialize.
Yeah, it has to materialize into something. Yeah, let's get some fruit out of the effort that we are doing. If not, then I'm going to ring in changes, maybe in the 65th or 70th minute.
And then quickly, your predictions for the last 45.
Yeah, well, I think FC Platinum will peep this game 1-0. 1-0,
FC Platinum, the home team. And coach?
0-0.
0-0. It doesn't look like it's going to produce any goals.
0-0.
So that's it, coming in from the team in the studio. 0-0 it is for Coach Bekim Pilonyoni, and 1-0 for the man to my immediate right, that is John Kade. So now we're going to be switching over to commentary as they bring you the last 45 of this exciting encounter.
Discussing the issue in the center circle, Seremani, Oscar Bebe and Dematsika. Those are the three most impressive players in the first 45 minutes. They're trying to work out how best referee getting us ready now, and he blows to start the second 45 minutes. And FC Platinum now playing from right to left. And Chicken in defending the left-hand side and attacking the right-hand side here at Mandawa Stadium. 0-0 was the scoreline going into half-time. Ndlovu plays it wide. He gets the return pass. Exchanging passes on the near side with Vareta. The big man knocking it around to make sure each has got a feel of the ball before going forward. Nyasulu posting it through, trying to locate Mchenje, who is beaten in the air, and the ball goes straight back to Donovan Bennett for Chicken in. Confirmation of the scoreline as we start the second 45 here at Mandawa Stadium. 0-0 is still the scoreline. Dematsika will pick it up and plays it through for Bebe, drifting into the area. The cross looks good, but it came off a defender and straight to the goalkeeper. Oscar Bebe threatening time and again. He has got pace and skill, so Chikeni will have to be very careful indeed to make sure that they attend to whatever he is doing. Here comes now Chicken in, the Gamecocks, picking up possession there with Sefu Mbongo. But again, it will be taken away by Ndlovu, who remembers to play it back to his goalkeeper. Mchenje knocks it down well, and this runs into touch Throw-in with just 2 minutes of the restart. There are some movements on the Chicken Inn bench. As Grace Gimo is giving signs, well, they're communicating with the referee using sign language. I'm sure there will be some changes by Tondra Indraya. Here it comes now from Seremani. Chicken Inn enjoying possession there, but this time disturbed once again. Lematsika plays it through. Oh, lovely dummy there by Mapuno. And shepherded the ball out of play for a goal kick, which will be taken. That was Mumbango. Doing very well to allow the ball over the line for a goal kick. Goal kicks to be taken. And I can see the changes by Tondra Indiraya. He's taking out some players. 77 has come in. Mustafa calls it a day. Tondra Indiraya wants to make an immediate impression here. In comes jersey number 6 and 77. We'll make out who it is in a moment. We'll show you on the screen as
Joseph,
well.
number 6 coming in.
Tulani Joseph joins the fray.
And Innocent Masiwa.
Yeah, Masiwa is in as well.
And then number 27, Aman Hapmo.
Hakmo is another one that is coming as FC Platinum clear the ball. Poor control allows the ball out of play there, and Vareta is taken out, and the first yellow card is flushed. Yeah, on the Chicken Inn, just number 6. That's the incident, taking out Vareta, and had a minute on the pitch and is given a yellow card already.
Tulani Joseph making his presence felt.
Yeah, these fans still waiting for that first goal to break the deadlock. The referee just completing the administration confirmation of the yellow card. This is Vareta, the player who was taken out. Vareta now trying to play it through, but has given away possession. Rendo goes down, and that will be a free kick for Chicken Inn. The Gamecocks. Yeah, this Mr. Hara and Clement Matau, former soccer star of the year. I was just reminding him at halftime how long it's been since I first saw him. He was 14.
Brilliant player.
Yeah, brilliant player alongside Johannes Ngodzo. And now he's retired and is now a technical person. As we confirm the substitution, Tulani Joseph, Men Hapmo, and Innocent Masiwa. This one is guided back to the goalkeeper. Not a very good clearance. Good dummy by Mbongo, the DRC man. And this one guided all the way back to the goalkeeper by David Mangesi. Nixon Nyasulu looks one way, Finds support from the middle of the park. Change it. Flips it forward. Good defensive work by Chinakwadi. Monganinzovu. Vareta. Ball played through. Change it. Drifting into midfield. The lineup shows him as a striker. Danger here now. Temptation Chiunga, the cross looks good. The goalkeeper is off and takes it quite cleanly. PTC straight to Dematsika. The impressive Garikai Dematsika. Bebe is another hard-working player. And is guided back to the goalkeeper by Mabuno. Rendo. Playing it through, good vision, but then he was tightly monitored there by Vareta, and the ball has gone out of play for a throw-in. Now Ndlovu, clearing under pressure. Rendo's effort straight out of play. These fans waiting for that special moment when the deadlock will be broken. Good long ball forward. This one is taken up now. Danger here for Chicken in. The cross. It's come through. This one goes out of play. Joe Lupasa surely has said something to the players. I can see that the tempo has changed here. Even Tondra Indiraya, he even went on to make some changes. Penalty appeal not given. We change it. Tenzenfield find Vareta. Rolls it short and that goes out of play. Quickly taken. Shwamchenji has been asked to move back into the middle of the park to try and improve the possession stats for FC Platinum. Here's Nyasulu, through the lines, but again, it's taken away. Sliding tackle has won it. Good defensive work. In the end, here it comes on the near side. Did he keep the ball in play? No, he couldn't. That was Oscar Bebe. With better service, this young man can be a thorn in the flesh. Let's take a look at it again. That was the tackle to win the ball by Mbongani Ndlovu.
Timiest tackle.
Yeah, that was a timiest tackle, but then the FC Platinum, the Chicken in player, is saying there was a handling offense that the referee didn't see.
I also didn't pick that one up.
In real time, it's always difficult.
Yeah.
Throw in taken. This one will be guided back to the goalkeeper. Bebe. Ematsika mopping up the operations.
What a lovely player to watch.
Yeah, indeed, Dematsika at 27. He's certainly enjoying the best period of his football. This one laid through Mchenje. Again, Rendo has taken this one away. Streaking away, but a good sliding tackle. Bringing down Mpumelelo Bebe. Yes, the tempo has picked up now. This one guided all the way back to Bernard. Clipping it through. Taken up by Sinakwadi. Lovely stuff from the middle of the park. This is Mchenje. Now to Vareta. Vareta turns one way and lays it through for Seremani. Looking for Dematsika, who brings the ball down, but offside for the big man. But what a run. Only mistimed it. That's Garigai Dematsika pulling the strings in the middle of the park. But in the meantime, Donovan Bernard has gone down. Dalubusha.
Yeah, what a movement by Dematsika. Look at how he anticipates that ball and that shot. For me, easily man of the match for today.
Yeah, so far we've gone past the halfway mark, and he continues to impress.
Look at that.
These are some of the things that he's been doing during the first 45 minutes, and he nearly scored on that occasion. A curl with the outfoot could have done the job. He can win possession as well.
Yes, exactly, and he's quite a balanced midfielder. Regains possession, good passer of the ball, good reader of the game. That's Dematsika for you.
And I think he's making a very strong case for inclusion in the national team in the future.
Oh, yes.
Because I can imagine having him, Abu Bakar Moffat, and young Fabish pulling the strings in the middle of the park.
Great man's thick alike.
Yeah. Donovan Bernard is feeling fine now and gets the ball downfield. And this one rolls into touch. Tondera Ndiraya starts pushing his players for better performances here. Bebe, neatly found as he takes a shot. The header, he doesn't get it. My word, chicken in. We're put under pressure. Oscar Bebe looking very, very threatening indeed. And Nyasulu doing the most sensible thing to clear your lines first.
What is
Let's take a look at it again. That was change actually.
Trevor Mabunu.
Mabunu, yes. Clipping it through. And yeah, this Mabunu boy is a player to watch. He's not always found in action, but when he does,
it's special.
He comes in with a special thing. And then handling offense there from Mustafa, the Burundian. This one cleared away by Bebe, the chicken in defender. Lovely stuff. Vareta to Dematsika, brings in a cross despite the attention. And that one goes out of play. That will be a corner kick. Looks like Mabunu will take it for pure platinum play, but I think he's calling on someone to do the honors. He's not suited to these set pieces.
Selemani is usually their man.
Yeah, Selemani is trotting over to take that corner kick as we take a second look at Dematsika's cross.
That height in the box.
Yeah.
Missing there for them.
Yeah, it is. It is. That was a good clearance by Chicken in. Selemani to take this throw. Here they turn around Mangesi. Nyasulu slips past one man and anywhere goes for the Chicken in defenders. They don't want to lose this game here. These fans waiting for the breakthrough.
Better safe than sorry.
Yeah, exactly. It's the most sensible thing. I mean, I remember talking to some defenders from the... Oh, he's there! FC Platinum catching everyone by surprise. Chicken in did not expect it. Vareta with that effort into the back of the net. 1-0, pure platinum lead. Dalu.
What a glancing header. Good cross. And everybody was static. He rose above everyone. And the glancing header found the back of the net. FC Platinum 1. They've always been knocking. There, that glancing header again.
Wow.
Beautiful goal.
Brilliant goal indeed.
Beautiful goal. Vareta.
Wonderfully done by the big man.
We have a
Yes,
game in our hands now.
Definitely a game on our hands. The FC Platinum fans are now blaring their vuvuzelas. The choir sings. They're joining their players virtually on the pitch with their songs in the terraces. So Chicken Inn now chasing the game here. There it is. Oh, Nyasulu, such a cool and calm defender. Very confident on the ball. Donovan Bernard, beaten clean in the 61st minute. As the Chicken Inn try to fight their way through, they're being forced backwards. A lot of running coming in from the FC Platinum players. Here is a little Bebe. Now to Serimani. Lays it through. A bit too far ahead. Another corner.
Good thinking by Oscar there. Good football brain.
Because if he had stayed on his feet, that could have been an injury for him.
Yes. Muchenja there.
Muchenja. Looking very much like Oscar Bebe.
Yeah, the frame. But
Yeah,
one
Muchenja.
wonders why Vareta could get that ball ahead of all those tall defenders for Chicken Inn.
Yeah, I know that FC Platinum do not have big guys, but Vareta and Dematsika are two guys that are matching the height of the Chicken Inn boys. So it's understandable. And the timing as well. He timed it so well, and it looks like this Chicken Inn player, if I go by position, he should be Pumelelo Bebe.
That goal.
That is the goal. Joe Lupata not showing so much emotion, despite the fact that his team has just scored. And the stretcher is on. We continue to pray that the Chicken Inn player will be able to come back. Let's wait and see. The fans singing in the stands here at Mandava Stadium. Heightened enthusiasm because their team has just taken the lead. It's FC Platinum 1, Chicken Inn 0. Vareta with the goal, the big defender. I think there are some movements on the bench. Grace Gimo making a chap substitution. Just number 12 is off. That's Farai Tinakwadi is off. And in comes jersey number 2 for Chicken Inn.
Trevor Toronga.
Trevor Toronga, and there's more treatment on the left-hand side. And just number 98 has also come on.
Vasily Kawe.
Kawe, the former Scotland midfielder. Here's another one into the side netting. And it's out for a goal kick. Vasily Kawe keeping his jersey number 98 from Scotland, following his coach, Tendera Indiraya.
Great pass off the ball, Kawe.
In the middle of the, yes indeed, he does his job very well. This one is guided backwards to Donovan Bennett. FC Platinum with Mpumelelo Bebe. Picked up in the middle of the park. Long one forward. Trying to get a run. Still play inside the area. It's a good looking effort, and this one cleared away. Young Oscar Bebe clears. Picked up by Selemani, who wanted to be fancy with his control and miscontrolled it. Bongo, the Burundian, lost possession. Chiunga picks it up. And, this is a massive clearance onto the far side. Throw in to the Gamecocks. They will take it with Alex Mumbango. And out of your picture, another player is lying injured. There is an FC Platinum player. That's Jarrison Selemani. Already onto the stretcher. I'm sure the referee doesn't want to spend any more time as Tondira Ndiraya gives more instructions to Mpumelelo Bebe, the defender.
Oh,
that was a punch by Rafael Pitisi.
Very lucky to get away with that.
Lucky to get away with it. And it looked like Tsinakwadi had his hands up and blocking the view of everyone there.
Yeah.
So that it happens.
Sure.
Hey, some of the tackles were
ugly scenes
flying
of the
like
game.
nobody's business. Alex Mumbango. And again, cynical tackles. Vareta being brought down. And this was the first yellow card. So far, it's only one yellow card given to the chicken-in midfielder who joined the fray in the second 45 minutes. Oh dear, Joseph Tulani. Tulani Joseph playing it on the far side as chicken-in are pushing forward. They're looking for an equalizer. Can they get it? That is the big question. Long one inside the area. And they managed to clear. Here is Oscar Bebe. Turns away from his marker. Oscar Bebe brought down, and surely this should be a second one. If it involves Mpumelelo Bebe, then it will be a second one. Oh no, it will be a first one for him.
You got a caution in the first half.
Got a caution in the first half, yeah.
Took one for the team there.
Yeah, indeed. He knew that if I allowed that boy to go, we would be talking of a second goal here.
It's a family affair.
Oh, by the way. Bebe versus Bebe. Oh, yeah.
Ndichawatsura tikasvika kumba.
Yeah.
Taking one for the team there.
Yeah. I mean, as a defender, these are the things that you are told.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Yeah, it's getting cold here at Mandawa Stadium. When I came, I didn't expect the temperatures to drop so low. As you can see, some of the fans are now clad in their jerseys.
Yeah.
Toronga and company closely monitoring the situation. That's a hopeless effort.
Yeah.
My goodness. I know Rugby League would be happy with that, but not here.
Yeah, wrong technique altogether.
Goal kick, yeah, wrong technique. I don't know why it happens. I mean, for a set piece, you know exactly what you need to do.
Oh, yes.
Maybe the complexity of trying to lift the ball and still, you know, force it to go towards goal. That becomes difficult. So if you get it wrong, the shots normally look very hopeless.
Yeah, but when the ball is stationary, it should be a bit easier.
Yeah. Dematsika using his strength, bringing down Mpumelelo Bebe. Free kick to the Gamecocks, quickly taken. As we take a look at it again, Dematsika there never went for the ball. He just felt his man and clattered into him. Here they are once more. Comes back to Bono. Matsika all over the place. You see him on the right-hand side, in the middle of the park, away to the left. He's everywhere.
Very industrious
Mangesi.
midfielder.
Yes, very industrious. Yes, Matsika laying it wide on the far side. This is a good run coming in from FC Platinum. The cross is low, but easily taken away by the Gamecocks. Tulani Joseph beaten in the air. This will be another chance for FC Platinum, but straight to the goalkeeper. And as you see these fans showing faces of concern in green, I thought that they would be happy or singing, but no, maybe the temperature forcing them to stay calm. Toronga. This one taken away, but nobody home. That was Chiunga trying a first-time effort. Stondera Ndiraya paces up and down his technical area, telling his players where to be. It's a crucial moment. Joe Lupasa as well. He can breathe comfortably, leading by 1-0. And the stretcher is on.
Tired legs,
Yeah,
mate.
tired legs, and the young man, Bebe. As Joe Lupasa continues to put pressure on his players to deliver, make the game safe, put a bit of daylight between you and the opponent. That to those who watched these two players, Tondera Ndiraya and Joe Lupasa, they were very good attackers during their day. As we see the referee managing the game very well. He's not a fan of yellow cards who flashes them left, right and center. He has tried his best to keep the game under control. Throw in. Bongo, the Burundian, picked up in the middle of the cup. This is Vasily Kawe. Chikenina pushing forward now with the Mumbango. Kawe. Joseph Tulani guiding it backwards. They should start playing the ball going forward. Poor touch. Dematsika turns one way and then again clattered down. Free kick. Yeah, that was Innocent Masiwa being brought down by Dematsika. It's actually Dematsika who was brought down by Masiwa. So FC Platinum with a free kick. PTC takes it. Header away. Chiunga, I think, has done a good job in front of the back four for Chicken In. He didn't come up with something special, but the goal scorer clearing the ball away. That's Vareta. Oscar Bebe. Danger here. Bono! Dematsika couldn't fasten onto that one. What a save by Donovan. My goodness me. Chiunga rolls it. Two players are lying injured. And it's three with Donovan Bennett.
Yeah, Mpumelelo Bebe down and Oscar Bebe down. Donovan down.
Oh, you must be worried.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, dear.
Trevor Mabunu.
Mabunu with a good-looking cross, and Dematsika was there. The goalkeeper did very well.
What a save.
Ah, that's a save. It could have been worse for Chicken Inn. Wait, not for this action.
Putting his body on the line there.
It certainly did.
Oscar the naughty one there.
Yeah. Came in for the kill, but again he was blocked and got injured in the process. So the game has been stopped for a while so that the injured players could be attended to. Donovan Bernard is up and about. Even the two other players, as we take a look at the goal once again. That was a very difficult header. He managed to keep it on target, giving the goalkeeper no chance at all. 1-0 it is to Pure Platinum Play. As you see Joe Lupata getting up to shake hands with his technical team in celebration. A muted celebration, I must say.
Yeah.
He knows that it's a long way to go. Chiunga plays it through, but again, stopped in their process.
Trevor Bunu again.
Bunu again. Getting past one man, the shot comes in, the clearance. Once again, Donovan Bernard.
Equal to the task,
Equal
Donovan.
to the task, and these fans are saying, surely he should have scored from that sort of angle. But Donovan Bernard was equal to the task. FC Platinum have actually shifted a few gears now. They're asking the questions. They're playing like the team that is looking for the equalizer. Free kick.
Chicken Inn is supposed to be playing like...
We've got some senior citizens here.
Yes. A black man's library there.
Exactly. Yes, Bunu threatening, using his pace and skill, skipping around the defender.
What a shot.
He went for the near post, and I think he could have tried to hit the roof.
Yes.
But nevertheless, he did very well. There aren't many players who can do what he did on that occasion. Masiwa walking away from the scene so that Trevor Mabunu can take the corner kick. This is the player that got them 3 points last weekend. Bunu spotting it very carefully. That's a hard, long look at proceedings. Possibly saying, in my youth, I could have managed to get this one in. The ball bobbled very nearly. I thought the referee would intervene, but it looked like a handball to me. Did I see correctly?
Yes, but rules have changed now. That doesn't count for a penalty.
Because it came off his other part of the body.
Yes.
Before hitting his hand. And another player has gone down. And I hope that it's something that can be sorted out without having to take him out. And PTC is also lying on his back, showing cramps.
Oh, took a nasty knock there, Magesi.
Yeah, Magesi took a nasty knock into the face. I'm glad to say he's up and about. And PTC is also injured.
Is this not gamesmanship?
It looks like game management now.
But I think there are better ways to manage the game.
Yeah.
Put a striker who can hold possession up front.
Then you take it to the corner flag.
Yeah, exactly.
You see. Let's wait and see. We don't want to preempt things. So PTC is up and about and can continue. He must count himself lucky that the referee did not spot the punch that he landed on an opponent in the box during a corner kick scuffle. This is the one. Look at that.
Straight red card, this one.
Straight red. But unfortunately, the referee was looking the other way, even the assistant referee. Nobody spotted it. But the day that we introduce VAR, I mean, all this will change.
No, our players need to be schooled. We don't want this kind of behavior.
Yeah, it doesn't take you anywhere. I mean, if you go to other countries where technology is available, I mean, you will cost your team a lot of money, and they might cancel your contract for bad behavior. Some changes now are taking place. Dogby. Oscar Bebe is out, and in comes Dogby. What is Joe Lupata trying to tell us with this change?
I think exactly what we discussed, trying to hold up play up front so that he can run down the clock, and probably putting a fresh pair of legs so that the defense does not overlap and really complement the attack for Chicken.
Let's wait and see on what Dogby is going to do. Oscar Bebe is the one sacrificed, as we see Rafael PTC playing a long ball forward. Mangesi has got a head to it. Picked out by Bunu. Bunu's trying to get around his opponent. He fails. He's taken away by Kawe. Mabunu takes it away. Here they come once again with the long clearance. Mbongo. Vasily Kawe cleared away. Dematsika. And the referee blows to give a free kick to Chicken Inn. And this will be a free kick in a very promising position. But the big question is, who can hit a perfect shot here to worry Joe Lupata and his technical team, or Rafael PTC, the FC Platinum goalkeeper, who is taking a long look at this one. Chiunga will take a cross. That's a good looking one. Oh, just wide of goal. That was very close. 5 minutes from the 90. This is the free kick. Good header down. And PTC didn't see. And this one now, once again, Bunu taking the defenders on a run, and this one goes out of play as the fans are still enjoying themselves here. This is the man who is now tormenting the Chicken Inn defenders with his pace and skill on the right-hand side.
What a player. We spoke about him as one of the key players to expect, and he's living up to the billing, though he really rose up in the second half.
Yeah,
Trevor Bunu.
Trevor Bunu rose in the second half. He was a bit quiet in the first, but he has managed to do one or two good things for his team here. That FC Platinum taking as much time as possible. Magaya literally walking to the corner flag and decides to have a conversation with the assistant referee. Gamesmanship.
Gamesmanship, exactly. Running down that clock.
Yeah.
This is a better way of doing things.
Yeah, and the technical team, of course, is worried.
Oh, yes.
Chekela, Tondela Andraya and others. Ziwanai Kawadza. And the referee is now sick and tired of these antics. And the Magaya busy talking to the assistant referee. Even the far side assistant referee can see the funny side of it. Now
he doesn't want to take it.
He doesn't want to take it. This is a planned thing, isn't it?
It is gamesmanship. But, you know, spectators pay to watch the game.
But they'll turn around, the coaches, and say, look, what they remember is the result.
Yeah.
So if they finish this game winning, then good for them.
Yeah, especially after traveling to ZPC Kariba, which is a very, very long way.
So, changes that you saw briefly there on your screens. Mchito and Mindirira. And the referee is coming across.
Trevor
Bunu is sacrificed.
That's better time
Mchito,
management.
Yes. Mindirira joins the fray. Now they're making changes. It looks like out of your picture, De Matsika is coming off, but he's had a fantastic day.
Oh yes,
Played himself to a standstill.
Giving the supporters the opportunity to appreciate him.
Definitely it is.
No substitution for performance, yeah.
Yeah.
What a game he had. Another exciting player, Mindirira.
Mindirira comes in.
Dematsika for you.
Before he was taken off. This is what he was doing. He was combining so well with Vareta, the one man who ended up scoring, and he could have gotten a goal for himself there. A bit unlucky, as I think we finally can get the corner kick taken. It's another corner. He deliberately blasted it off at the defender because he knows it will be another one. So,
yeah,
Mindirira finally the man to take it. Clips it through. Oh, that was a good effort. Just that he couldn't keep it down. That was a Muchenje. Connected very well. Free kick. Platinum fans now want the whistle to blow. "90 minutes. By my watch, as we see some of the action there. Rafael PTC, the goalkeeper, Bernard will take it. He did his best to keep the scoreline low. Only 1-0. And the chance now for Chicken In. This is a good-looking cross. Mangesi clears the ball, and the fans getting pensive here. Good play by Mindirira. Keeping possession. Here he goes, lays it wide. Dogbe. And again, good defensive work by Chicken In. But they don't seem to hold on to possession for long. And I must say it's been their biggest problem. And Bongani puts it out, and these fans continue to watch the game pensively. Doesn't matter, you are on the winning side. It's so close. 1-0 is a scoreline that doesn't leave you comfortable. As Bebe chases it, plays it long into enemy territory. Some chicken in the fans. Looking worried, it's understandable. Dogby. Oh, lays it through. Good looking chance. Good catch from Bernard.
Good hands there, putting his body behind the ball, and also a brilliant shot. And FC Platinum continues to threaten.
Yeah, Chicken Inn are looking for the equalizer. They're doing all they can. This is the opportunity by Mangezi. This one neatly taken by Donovan Bernard. Donovan Bernard, who played for the Zimbabwe national team since he was an under-20.
Quite an experienced player.
Highly experienced. It looks like now the situation has changed. The new players on the block, Mali Tavazia and others, Mapisa. But of course, Chipezes and Arubi are some of the long stairs that have always been in the frame for national team selection. Free kick. That's getting the Pure Platinum players a bit worried here, because one mistake, one deflection, they drop 2 points. Tandera Indiraya still looking very composed, but I know that he's a worried man here. Let's see how this kick will be taken. Oh, it's well taken, but the goalkeeper has done well. Watched it all the way and made it look easy.
And he needs to be careful with the new rule. He might concede a corner kick.
And I'm sure he's aware of it. Blasts it as we take a look at the save. And according to the referee, it's over. FC Platinum pick up 3 points. A 1-0 victory. That's good enough playing at home, and the 3 points, of course, will propel them up the field, and the fans are naturally happy that their team has won this encounter. But your thoughts once again of the entire 90?
What a game we had. Well controlled by the two coaches. Yes, FC Platinum had a bit of an edge in the second half. They controlled the game very well, created more chances, and the pace up front really gave the back four for Chicken Inn a torrid time. But what an afternoon. Really enjoyed the game.
Yeah, wonderful afternoon here at Mandawa Stadium. Yeah, the temperatures are dropping. I'm sure it's an introduction to winter as we take a look at some of the things that happened. The goal itself, what a header into the back of the net. And Chicken Inn losing in grace. They can even afford a smile despite the fact that they've lost. They did put in their best effort, and in the end it failed. As we wait now for pitchside interviews from Sandra Magahanye, who is going to be talking to either Joe Lupasa and Tandera Indiraya. I don't know who's going to come first, because they are both still meeting their players, as is the tradition. Once the teams have finished, coaches normally meet their players to congratulate them for a job well done. You see there Joe Lupasha enjoying himself there, Joe Lupasha, the victor. FC Platinum looked very solid in defense. Young PTC did a fantastic job. That's his goalkeeper's coach congratulating him. And the fans can't stop singing in the stands. They came here dressed for the occasion. And with all their equipment, the jingles, as they were singing along, just to give the team the energy. And I think we'll be starting with Tondera Indiraya. So we're crossing down now to pitch side and speak to Sandra, who is talking to Tondera Indiraya. It's over to you, Sandra.
Big celebration here at Mandava Stadium as FC Platinum were able to get the best of Chicken Inn by beating them by a single goal to nil. But now just to hear from the coaches. Now we'll start off with Coach Tondera Indiraya from Chicken Inn. Coach, difficult game. You described it as a big game. Take us through your thoughts about how you watched this one.
Yeah, firstly, I think this has been us. So far this season, we've been conceding from restarts. Corner kicks, free kicks, you know. So this has been us. We haven't really conceded during open play. So something that we are working on, and hopefully we can improve and improve soon. It's really disappointing to concede in this way. I've said that repeatedly. When it's a corner kick, when it's a free kick, you have all the time to organize yourselves, all the time. But most of the time, these players, they think probably in those moments, that's the time to rest, you know. And then we saw the flicked corner kick, and then it was in. We had really done well in the first half to contain FC Platinum. That was the plan. Then in the second half, the same thing. We really done well. We were really managing the block very well. And then we knew that the only way they could score was through set pieces. And up to that stage, we had really done well in defending those set pieces. But unfortunately, they went to sleep, and then we conceded that goal. Very disappointing, a very disappointing defeat, if you ask me. This is how we have been losing points whole season so far in the 12 matches that we have played. So it's very disappointing. From a coaching point of view, it's very disappointing. Something that you really want your players to improve, and I hope they will improve very soon.
Okay, thank you so much, Coach.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, that was Coach Tondera Indiraya saying that this has been their situation, not conceding during open play, but conceding from set pieces, and hopefully they'll be able to rectify. Looking at match day 14, they'll be facing Scotland, so that is something they need to correct. But now joined by Coach Joe Lupatla, the winning coach from FC Platinum. Coach, big congratulations. Take us through how you're feeling after this game.
Thank you. It was a difficult game. It was a difficult game, but I think we played well, considering that we have played 3 games in 7 days. Also, Chicken Inn also 3 games in 7 days. But the energy levels were good for us. We missed a lot of chances. This has always been the name of our game. We always miss chances. But the good thing is when we score, this is our 4th game now that we have managed to keep a clean sheet. So I'm happy for the boys. Credit goes to them, and also credit to Chicken Inn. I think they came with a good game plan. It was difficult to break them in the first half, but the second half, you know, I think we came determined and also we calm. The goal was very good from a set piece. So I'm very happy today that we have managed to win 2 games in consecutive. It's always been difficult for us, but we are slowly coming to it, and it's good that when you win, these boys, they start to believe. When they start to believe with the type of football that they're playing, I think we are going to come good.
So a message to the fans. Can you now say that FC Platinum have now gotten back to their winning ways?
It's difficult to say because we need to get more games under our belt, but I'm happy that we are managing to keep clean sheets, and also that second game in a row we've managed to score a goal. We scored away in Karipa. It's difficult there. We have scored here versus Chicken Inn. It's not easy to score versus Chicken Inn. They are always well disciplined, but the fact that we managed to get a goal managed to get the full 3 sets of points. It gives the confidence now also to our fans, and I'm happy for them because they deserve it. They deserve it. These fans, they support their team with all their heart, and when we do these kind of things, I'm always happy.
Yeah, thank you so much, Coach, and congratulations once again.
Thank you so much.
That was Coach Joel Lupatla, the winning coach here at Mandava Stadium. That is the story. FC Platinum winning by just a single goal to nil. So quite excited about this one as we will be moving forward and getting more information as to how some of the games are going to be moving forward. And now for the player of the match standing beside me here, absolutely excited, winning $200 courtesy of Lucky Bet. So we're just going to be having to hear 1 or 2 words from baby. Are you excited about this one?
Yeah, oqala bemfuko uNkulunkulu phezulu because kungayisiyo into ngesikwenzi phinde ngibonge lo coach lama players because the coach uhlala every day esitshela ukuthi hayi machance ukuze achieve lokho sikufuna mele siweke. So njenganamuhla mfuko ngabona ngibongela abangikhaya ngibongela ama supporters FC Platinum.
Okay, so in the next games, are you hoping to win another one?
Yeah, in the next game I'm hoping to win another one or even one of our players to win it again.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so that is Bebe getting player of the match, courtesy of Lucky Bet. That is a $200 check that he has managed to receive. So it is quite exciting. There is a bit of paparazzi at the moment. Everyone wants a picture with the player of the moment. But he gives credit to the coach as well, who was always encouraging him to do better and make sure that he plays well. And today there is that reward. So we are crossing over to our Pocketsville studios where there is Tendai Subandai and the crew to finish off the program.
Well, thank you there, Sandra. It's been a fantastic 90 minutes at Mandava Stadium where the home team has managed to get a total of 3 points, making sure that Chicken Inn don't win in 14 years. What a disaster of a campaign it has been for Tondera Indiraya. Only losing 4 out of 6, coach. It's been disastrous.
It has been disastrous. I think even from his comments, he started saying the players.
He's no longer part of it.
The players. He is part of Chicken Inn. He is the head of the technical. He should be saying we, rather than saying players. The weaknesses of the players whatsoever. Our team's weaknesses. That's exactly what we expect. But for Chicken Inn, I think this has been really disappointing. They tried their best, but unfortunately, there's nothing they could do. They failed to defend properly and they were punished. And I think especially Donovan, it will really pain him the way he has saved some of the chances we thought were going to go in. But let's give credit to FC Platinum. First half they really dominated. They didn't remove the pedal. They kept on pushing as much as they can, and later on rewarded by that set piece where they got that good goal where no one was there to make sure you can disturb that goal. So great goal, 3 points for FC Platinum. Congratulations to them.
Okay, so now for FC Platinum, the home team, 2 wins on the bounce, which is something good for FC Platinum, their fans, and for Joe Lupatla as well. They talk about getting more wins under their belt. But for the visiting team, which probably might be the team in question, Tondera Indiraya, they did concede from another set piece. Remember, they conceded due to set pieces against Blaui Chiefs, against Islanders, and against Moors. And we were talking about his voice and the tone. There was frustration, there was anger in his voice, and probably Donovan Bernard might be the most disappointed player.
Yes.
Did so much well in the first half, and parts of that second half. Could have been more that FC Platinum could have scored, but let's just look at that incident.
Yeah, if you're looking at the coach himself, I think you could see evidently the coach is angry. That's Tondera Indiraya, Chicken Inn coach. He's angry, he's disappointed, he's frustrated. I'm sure he expected more from his charges, which he didn't get out of this game. But like he said, he pointed out that the first half was there to contain FC Platinum, which they managed to do. But then he expected them to give him more going forward. And I also understand where his lamentation is coming from, that they are conceding from set pieces. We saw a corner that was flighted onto the first post, and then a flashing header sent onto the far post, which for any coach, definitely that should be frustrating. And I think I sympathize with Tondera Indiraya there. But if you look on the other side, the good side about FC Chicken Inn is their goalkeeper, Donovan Bernard.
But then is he going to be...
He kept them in the game.
Is he going to be changed?
Yeah, well, that's when you see the reality of that philosophy to substitute a keeper who would have lost a game or would have...
Because he was
conceded a goal.
exceptional.
He was exceptional. I think this game could have been... Chicken Inn could have conceded maybe 3 or 4 goals, but Donovan kept them in the game. I think fair play to Donovan. I think maybe Coach Niraya may want to keep him and retain him for the next game. But one thing again that I want to point out is the inconsistency on the part of Chicken Inn. If you look at their last 4 games, it's been win, lose, win, lose. So you never know now which Chicken Inn is going to show up on the next game. And it's very unfortunate that they are very inconsistent. And I think that's one thing Coach Tondra Ndiraya may want to look into and address going forward. The inconsistency. Never mind conceding from set pieces, but the inconsistencies. You want to identify a certain pattern and say, okay, guys, we are now on a roll. We are winning more than we are losing. We are winning more than we are dropping points. So, yeah, some crazy homework for Tondra Ndiraya to work on.
Okay, and then congratulations on the prediction. And for you, Coach, unfortunately. But I think it was a good day in office for the team. And Shavane, that is giving you this live broadcast of match day number 13, FC Platinum becoming the eventual winners. And of course, you gentlemen, it's been a pleasure working with you on this game.
Always a pleasure.
Amazing, amazing. Coach, always until next time, it is.
Always a pleasure.
And did you? So yeah, that was match day number 13. It's been good. It's been wonderful. And we have to say goodbye to the team behind the scenes. It's also a pleasure. And for you, the fans who are tuning in from everywhere across Zimbabwe and across the world, please keep on supporting the Kasolaga Premier League and keep on tuning on the biggest broadcaster, that is ZBC. Until next time, it's goodbye.